So Lorenzo, I'm gonna be, some of these stops that we need to do in this house, I put blue tapes on them, but some I have missed. But you will see some, whatever you see that needs to be done, please make sure you do it because, when next I come back, I'm gonna see them and then you have to do them again. So basically, the house looks clean and nice. Like I told you, the tenant, she tried to keep the place clean, except just for some wear and tear and all that, which is expected. So you will see the floor here, you see the gaps in between. I don't know if we can just paint those black or just touch them up. I don't know, with what we can put in them, in those little gaps, right? So let's just close them all up as much as possible. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 or 12 of them, okay? So that's that for the floor in here. Of course, you see the closet here. You see the closet, just the walls, close it, sand it, and then just touch up paint. Of course, the closet door needs to be hung back, and then the frame right here, right? And before I forget, I want you to take out all of these vent covers. Please take them all out and just clean them. Use a vacuum to just clean them. Take all those all of the dirty things away from there. So that's that. Love this door. The wall, just prep sand and make it very clean and flat, and sand it and then touch of paint. Basically, this wall here, we just need touch of paint, where we have all those scratches and smudges. You can see that there, the corners, the corner there, the corner here, this wall, this is the living room there, the wall there needs to be prepped and sanded and touch of paint. The paint is lazy gray. That's what we have. That's the kind of paint we have at home. So which makes it easy. It's lazy gray flat. I don't think we need to do anything with the baseboards. They will just be wiped clean. That's what I see. But wherever you see any of any little dirty thing on the wall, let's just touch it up and paint it over so that it looks clean and nice. Like I said, the corners, the corner here, that's one there, that's one here again, okay? Still on the main floor. And then coming to the kitchen, these lights by the stove, on top of the stove, none of them is coming on. So I don't know which one is cheaper, whether we take the lights out and just close the holes, right? Just put drywall, close the holes, or we replace them. But I don't even know where the switch is. I don't know if the switch controls that, but I just think there are too many lights in this kitchen. That's what I see. So if you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, that 4, we take them out, close the holes, and paint them over. Even these 2 right here, I don't know what they are doing here. Too many lights. How many lights do we have in the kitchen, right? So we already have 1, 2, the fan light is on, and then these 2 are on. I think that's enough for the kitchen. This extra 2, this extra 4, I don't know, So that's about the lights. And then of course the ceiling here, from cooking and all that, we need to paint it. We need to paint this place too, make it look clean and nice. Look at that edge there. There's a gap in there, probably due to sitting of the house. So there's a little crack, at the edge. We need to take care of that. And then the edge on top of the stone, You know, you can see that in between the gaps, right there. And then on this side too, where the sink is, you can see that too, the gap between the stone and the wall. You know, we need to, you know, caulk and close. And then the tiles, about 3 or 4 tiles are cracked. So that's one there, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to replace the cracked tiles to make them look nice and uniform. The dining area right here, you can see the wall, it's coffee. Just, you know, make the wall, you know, sand it and paint it over. Okay, so and then here too you have some little paint chips right here. And then behind the back door, behind the back door wall, you can see that too, the wall. You know, just finishing stuff. You know, they try to change the paint here. You know, so we need to put back our paint, which is the lazy gray. You know, just paint them. And of course, the ceiling here, which is the main job that we are doing in the house, right? When you do the bathroom, of course, this ceiling will have to be repaired. You know, all these chips, and I'm sure it's because of the water. So we need to take care of all that. You know, make them all look nice and paint over. You can see that too here. So that's that. Then I need to show you something outside real quick. The handrail going down to the basement back door. I want you to sand it, make it look clean and nice, and then paint it. That, you know, that handrail going down, we need to clean it, sand it and paint it black. Just paint it this color. And as a matter of fact, you know, sand it, make penny color, and clean all of it here. You know, clean, you know, sweep it. And then that wall, you can just where you have the crack, you know, just paint it over, make it look nice. So that's that for the back. I think I will go to let's go to the second floor. Like I told you, the wall here and there, just little scratches that needs to be covered up, sanded and painted over. And then the steps, right? These steps, what you can do is to I'm sure this is just we have black what is it called again? So you can just, you know, just do all of those areas and make them look nice. So this is the second floor. You see the wall right here, that one there, you know, let's take care of those, bring them over. Let me go to the master bedroom. Everything looks kind of nice essentially, except for the walls. You know, you have that there, you have this here, you have that there. Yeah, it looks basically okay here, except the wall here, you know, little stains. If you can just paint over. And like I said, I want you to take out all of the vents. Okay, take them all out and just clean them. Okay, so that's that. This is the main bedroom, master bedroom. That gap there, you know, you can close it. And then the second bedroom, I come here, the wall, just look around, you know, whatever needs to be touched up with the paint, let's touch it up, please. Okay, let's touch it up, touch it up, touch it up, so that it looks kind of new and clean. The frame there, let's paint it over, let's touch it up, just that. The windows look nice, all of the blinds look perfect and nice. Okay, so nothing to do with the blinds. So I come here into the closet of the second bedroom. What I just see is just touch up. Okay, it's just touch up. So that's that. And just check, use your ladder and just look here, at that edge of the frame, the door frame, second bedroom. Just, sand it, just make it look clean and smooth. It looks kind of rough. And the bathroom, you know what to do in the bathroom, okay? So I basically think that there might be a problem where you have this bathtub and the tile. I'm thinking maybe that's where water goes in, right? But let's do the investigation and see what the problem is. So it's when they are taking a shower. I don't know, is it taking a shower or taking a bath? Because when they take a bath, they fill it up and they go into the water in the bathtub. So water may be rising out and be coming onto the floor, right? And then the water will look for the easiest way to go through. So I'm still thinking that the problem will still be gaps on the floor. Okay, when water comes out here, and then the water looks for the easiest hole and goes through the hole. That is what I'm thinking. Okay, and another thing is, you were talking about access panel. You have one access panel here in the second bedroom, one at the top, and I think there's another one below. So, that's where you have the access panel. We need to investigate what this problem is, because right now, this is the main reason the lady left, and she said she didn't want to leave. She's been with us now for about 10 years. She loves us. She didn't want to leave, but because of this problem, she gotta leave. So let's investigate this and find a lasting solution to it, okay? And another thing you will need to do is to check the roof. I want you to check the roof. Let's see what is happening in the roof of this house. And you can see the ceiling here, right? This is the bathroom ceiling. So something is going on. We need to fix it. This is the best time to fix all this problem before somebody else comes into this house. So check the roof, and this ceiling, we need to take care of the ceiling, okay? So that's that for the, that's behind. Of course, you can see the thermostat right there. So the wall, we need to take care of the wall. All this scrub stuff. And you can see the corner here going down. See the wall. So you can see the ceiling of the steps going down from the second floor. You can see the edge in there. So let's go to the basement right now. The basement, essentially about the same thing that I told you on the main floor. You can see the steps. See the handrail. This handrail is it's loose, so we need to fix it so that it's kind of tight and firm. You can see a little nick in there that needs to be taken care of. This is a bedroom in the basement. I try as much as possible, it's the walls, just smoothing it out, you know, paint over. You can see, you know, this is behind the closet. This is the wall behind the closet. And then when you open the closet, you can see that. See the baseboard on the right side needs to be repaired. You see the wall needs to be, you know, repaired, sanded, and painted. Okay. So this is a bedroom in the basement. You can see where I put stuff as much as possible so that it looks nice. And coming back here, I don't see anything that stands out. All this yellow stuff, I don't know what they are. If you can just take care of them, that would be great. The bathroom, the only thing that I see in the bathroom looks clean and nice, except a little behind the wall. You can see the little hole that was made by the doorknob. So what we can do is to put a stopper. Let's get a topper and put behind the wall and then fix that wall. This paint, I don't know where we can get this paint, but fix the wall and see what we can do about it, you know. And then, okay, I think this is fixed. It's caulked in there, it's already caulked. So I don't know why we use this paint right here. It looks, I don't think I will use this paint again right now. You know, and then the door frame, you can see it there. This is the this is the basement bathroom. You know, look at the frame, the little cracks in there and there. Okay, and I think that's all. That's about it. You know, so let's double up, and you know, shouldn't take us number of days like the one in Chesterfield. Okay, thank you.